Hey guys, it's Too Tall Tom here. Good morning. Today is a well, I guess it's not today. It happened a couple days ago, but it is a sad event, as you can see in my video. Nostalrius is shutting down its servers on the 10th because Blizzard finally went through the French courts and they finally got a cease and desist out on it, and they finally. They finally took it down. I mean, it's within Blizzard's right, but it's really sad. I was really hoping to, play this for a while, maybe get into a little bit of raiding because I never actually got to. With good old vanilla. I started late BC. Pretty well my leveling by the time I hit 70. Wrath of the Lich King came out, so I had to level again. But it's really sad seeing this one go. Admittedly, I wasn't as high of a level as a lot of people. There's a lot of level 60s. As you can see in the video, there's a high population on the server. This is being filmed from the day that, or I guess it was not the day, but like the minute that I heard that Blizzard finally won the cease and desist. So this is how it looks. It's a lot more empty now because, everyone's kind of given up. But it was a hell of a memory. Like, it had an amazing economy, great player base. I've met a lot of cool people on here, and now it's just going to all be gone. Because of this, I'm probably going to... Well, I've already put in the request. I'm going to cancel my pre-order for Legion. I've been seeing some videos about Legion. More class pruning. Affliction Warlocks, which is I fell in love with them back in Cataclysm when we still had, talent trees and whatnot, are just being destroyed. Like, they have 3 to 4 damaging abilities, so I'm just like, It's obvious that that Blizzard doesn't like Affliction, and
yes, you could.
I don't know. It just seems like they're simplifying it too much. I just don't.
Oh, you
I think. In all honesty, I think Legion will be the killing expansion of World of Warcraft. Like, it's never gonna, be taken down because now Blizzard has so many different games, and it's, they're being published by Activision, so they always have that money backing them. Overwatch is probably gonna be a success because it looks literally like Team Fortress 2 mixed with like League of Legends. Hearthstone's doing well, I'm assuming. I never play that game. But and StarCraft 2 as well, but they've got like a lot of games under their belt, so it's understandable that they don't really give a shit about World of Warcraft anymore. Like, if you think about it, this shutting down Nostalrius would be the perfect time to release a vanilla server. If they released a vanilla server now, it would have like peak levels of people because people want to play vanilla. And oh man, like there would be so many people leveling up. It would be such an interesting experience. But that Blizzard will never make a vanilla expansion. They will never make it because that would be admitting that what was in vanilla was better than what they've been doing with the game. And Blizzard does not want to admit that. They just. They don't want to admit their mistakes. They want to go, okay, maybe taking out talent trees for the completely dumbed down version that they have now. Maybe that wasn't the right thing. Like, talent trees in vanilla, while leveling up, you look forward to your next talent. You're like, oh man, what am I gonna spend that next talent on? Am I going? For example, my paladin. Am I gonna keep going down the holy tree? Or am I gonna dabble a little bit in retribution? Am I gonna dabble a little bit in protection? There's a lot of excitement. You can like half the time while you're traveling, you're looking at your talents, being like, what am I gonna pick next? Whereas in current WoW, it's like 15 levels per stupid little talent that doesn't even do much. Like,
no, I will not.
When I was leveling, I think it was my mage. Like, I didn't give a shit about the talents until like maybe I hit 80, which is when I was twinking. It was like, whatever. It's I've got a choice of 3 different things that are incredibly situational and I probably won't use. other than like I think when you get to, I forget if it's the last, yeah, it's the last two that like you basically pick your big damage ability. So it's like, oh well, that's it's a whole lot of choice. And it seems in Legion they're gonna keep the same type of thing. Class order halls, I don't understand the hype behind this. Like, oh, all the people in your same class are gonna have a garrison all together, where you know you're just gonna see a bunch of people sitting around and not even talking to each other. Wow, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna completely change the game. Everyone getting Ashbringer, like, well, there goes the prestige of that weapon. Like, you used to see Ashbringer and you're like, holy shit, that was someone who beat Nax back in the day. That's incredible. Now it's like, now it'll be like, oh, that's a person who's a level 100 paladin. That's incredible. You know, they took the 5 minutes to do the quest and get it done and get their free welfare artifact. Congrats. And they're adding legendaries in Legion. So, you know what's going to happen is you're going to be raiding, and there's going to be, it's going to like Theorycraft, there's going to be like that perfect legendary that's like, you know, good for your class or whatever. And you're just going to have to farm. You're going to have to farm endlessly just to get that one artifact, so that way your raids go a little bit smoother. It's going to be the new way that they, I guess, replace dailies. It's just so terrible what's happened to World of Warcraft. It does, like, I would understand Blizzard taking down vanilla servers if they were making money off them, or if you know they still were in vanilla. But the game's changed so much since vanilla that it's not the same game. You know, half the buttons are missing. It's bordering on like League of Legends level of abilities. Like, I'm surprised they don't just take out everything but like 4 buttons, and then they're like, okay, you know, one of your buttons is your. I know. I'm sorry if this is not even what League of Legends is like. I've never played the game, never had an interest in MOBAs.
Who the hell
but
becomes infirm?
You got a spell, say like Paladin. You get Crusader Strike. You get Bubble as your ultimate.
My character is
you get
infirm. He's gonna
Judgment.
He's a dead
and you get Consecration. That's it. That's all your abilities. I'm just waiting till World of Warcraft becomes that, because they're just like, you know, people don't like those really complex classes, but it's like, man, in vanilla, it was complex leveling up, and then when you finally get to, you know, max level, it's very simplistic. Like, mages, it's pretty much like, okay, spam Frostbolt, or warlocks, spam Shadowbolt, and then there's other things that make the classes their own. Like, mages get... That's the other thing, is Blizzard's like, oh, we want to, like, bring back, you know, class quests and all that, but, like, they never will, because the class quests in vanilla were so much better. You'd get to, like, level 35 or whatever, and you'd be like, say for a warlock, like, oh, I'm going to go tame my next demon. Oh, wait, I've got to go on this long quest chain to, like, find the demon, and then find the, or not even find the demon, find, like, this summoning circle to summon it, and then do that. And it's like, it's cool. You know, you look at all your demons and you're like, man, each one of these is like an individual achievement, basically. Dungeons, holy shit. Like, dungeons actually feel, like, oh my god, Dead Mines in vanilla is incredible. It's you know, it's hard, like, it's, well, I guess not hard, maybe more challenging. It's fun. You know, it's a lot more interesting than now, where it's like, okay, we're gonna finish it in about 5 minutes with, you know, pull up all our heirlooms, where like one of us in full heirlooms could solo the whole thing, and then just go in, you know, take everything, AoE it down, done, go to the next mob, AoE it down, done, go to the next mob. Like, oh, the game is just, I'm sorry if I'm just rambling right now. I'm kind of like, just, you know, I just woke up a little bit out of it, and it's just been on my mind. I wanted to be making Dark Souls 3 videos by now too, but it still hasn't come in the mail yet. But at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if I get the English copy before I get the Japanese copy, with how slow this this import is coming. But this was pretty new, so I was like, maybe I guess I'll make a video about it, because I had this footage and I didn't really want to just delete it, because this is going to be the last footage of my Paladin ever. I got to 35. I got 2 characters to 35. Never got any further. But rest in peace, Nostalrius. It was an amazing experience. The community was great. It's like just the little things. You'd see someone running from a mob, and they are like, 1 hit away from dying. The mob's just kind of gaining on him, and as a paladin, you can just kind of holy light him, give him that last fighting breath or that last chance to escape, and you feel good about yourself, because you're like, man, I just saved that person's life. They don't have to run back to the graveyard. Now it's like I'd be surprised if in the average questing zone past, like, I don't know, Westfall, when you get the ability to do random dungeons, if there's more than like 3 people in a questing zone from 1 to 60, whereas in this one, every questing zone had lots of people. It felt more open. Hell, even in Warlords, I would say that there's more people in the questing zones from 1 to 60 in Nostalrius than there are in 90 to 100. Or even in Tanan. There's probably more people in Desolus, the questing area, than Tanan Jungle. It's really sad. Like, now there's no reason to go out and explore the world. A lot of people are like, oh, well, flying ruined it. But no, flying didn't ruin it. It was ruined when there was, like, Blizzard took away 90% of the experience that it takes to get to the next level. So, like, there's no reason to quest, because by the time you get out to a questing area and then start doing the quests, you're already 5 levels above the questing hub. They really need to, like, introduce something like Guild Wars, where, you stay the same level within the zone, and you still get experience and shit, and maybe the gold scales, I don't know, but, something that makes it so you want to go back out in the world. Because this right now in this video is the most amount of people I've ever, like, seen in World of Warcraft since, like, Wrath of the Lich King. I have not seen this many people since then. And it's just steadily been dying. Legion's not going to bring people back because, Warlords, people were burned so hard with Warlords. Warlords was supposed to be like screw Mists of Pandaria, let's go back to what we were like. It kind of looked like it was going to be like the rebirth of the BC expansion, but no. It was the 2-patch, 2-year, not really any stellar raid tiers. Like, I'm basically like, maybe if I play again, I'll go back and do Mythic to get the gear to look cool. But at this point, I'm like, do I really care? I don't even know if I'm going to log in for Legion. Like, Blizzard really needs to open up legacy servers or something. It's just either that or, what's going to happen? Blizzard's going to find that World of Warcraft costs too much to actually be worth running. And they're finally going to, like, shut down, and then, World of Warcraft's gonna die, and then maybe, just maybe when that happens, they'll actually allow private servers to finally just live. Like, I mean, Blizzard's seen that their older games, a lot more people play, like Diablo 2 versus Diablo 3. There's so many more people playing Diablo 3 with the ladder system, or Diablo 2 with the ladder system, than people playing Diablo 3. Like, do they not realize that there's still a market for these older style games? Like, not every game needs to be homogenized and easy and all that shit. There's enough of those games out there. Just make a game that's kind of tough. Like, could you imagine if Dark Souls 3 was like, okay, we're gonna make it easier so fucking people can beat bosses easier, and everyone who buys the game can see the content? What bullshit. Like, Dark Souls would be such a fucking boring game if every single boss was easy. the fun of Dark Souls comes from, you know, min-maxing and finding a way to make the challenge a little bit easier so that you feel really good about yourself knowing that, you know what, this is still hard, but through my hard work and through my effort, I've made the game a little bit more easy, and through my strategy, I can overcome things, and that's a lot like how vanilla was. So I know this kind of got heated at the end, and I thank you for lasting through this long thing. But you know what? Rest in peace, Nostalrius. And I really, really hope that maybe Blizzard, this will be the eye opener and be like, yeah, there's a lot of people that want to play vanilla. But I really doubt it. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope my next video will be Dark Souls 3.
No, I'm gonna
See
teach
ya.
him to be a fighter.
Ah,
Beat the imbecile out of him.